Quick thought experiment for you. Picture yourself, sitting in the dentist chair.
Oh, always a fun place to start.
Right? The drill is whining, you're tense, and you just find yourself wishing, man, I wish my teeth were just naturally made of iron.
No cavities.
Exactly. No cavities, no chipping, just solid metal.
I mean, it would certainly save on dental bills, though.
Hmm.
I imagine the rest might be a bit of a problem.
Fair point, yeah. But nature, as usual, is just way ahead of our engineering. I've been looking at this new paper in Zookeys about a creature that essentially has that exact upgrade.
Yeah, Iron-Tongued.
Yes, it's called Ferreraella populi, and it basically takes the concept of ironclad literally.
It really does. And this isn't science fiction either. This was actually discovered in the Izu-Ogasawara Trench near Japan.
Right.
So we are talking about a crushing depth of like 5,500 meters.
Which is about 18,000 feet. The pressure down there is just immense.
Yeah, completely unforgiving.
So for today's deep dive, we're unpacking the biology of this incredible survivor, the actual mechanics of its iron tongue, and the surprisingly heartwarming story behind its name.
It's a fantastic example of how the deep sea just keeps surprising us.
Yeah.
Now, first, we should probably clarify the taxonomy because early reports got a bit confused.
Right, they were calling it a giant clam or a snail.
Exactly. But looking at the morphology, it's very clearly a chiton.
So if you've ever gone tide pooling, you've likely seen their cousins, those little mollusks with the 8 interlocking shell plates on their backs.
Like tiny armored tanks. Yeah.
Right, and Ferreraella populi is basically the deep sea version.
But the real standout adaptation here is the radula. You can think of it like a conveyor belt tongue covered in microscopic teeth.
And in this specific species, those teeth are reinforced with magnetite.
Yes.
Magnetite being a ferromagnetic mineral. So we are quite literally talking about iron teeth.
We are. It's actually one of the hardest minerals a biological organism can even produce.
And this specific adaptation, it connects directly to their diet, right? Because the literature mentions they are specialists in woodfalls.
Which is such a fascinating concept. Trees wash into the ocean from the coast. They become waterlogged and they eventually sink all the way to the abyss.
Creating these rare, nutrient-rich islands.
Right, in an otherwise food-poor environment. But wood is really tough to eat.
Especially under that much pressure. If they just had standard chitinous teeth scraping, that waterlogged timber would grind them down in a matter of days.
Precisely. It's an elegant material science solution. The magnetite reinforcement allows them to scrape all that organic matter and bacteria right off that refractory timber.
Without wearing out their own mouth parts.
Exactly.
It's basically industrial tooling evolved for digestion. And speaking of optimizing your toolkit for the job at hand, let's talk really quickly about today's sponsor, Embersilk.
Oh yeah, if you are looking to uncover where AI agents can make the most impact for your business or even just your personal life, you really need to check them out.
Embersilk handles AI training, automation, integration, and custom software development.
It's all about ensuring your digital operations are as durable and efficient as an iron tongue.
Nicely done. You can check them out at embersilk.com.
So looking back at the chiton, the efficiency doesn't actually stop at the teeth.
No, it doesn't.
This creature isn't just a lone scavenger. It's actually the anchor for an entire microecosystem.
This was the detail that really highlighted the complexity of deep-sea life for me. The paper describes a community of small worms living under the chiton's skirt near the tail.
It does. And their diet is very specific. The worms feed on the chiton's waste pellets.
Which sounds a little unappealing to us, sure, but biologically it's a brilliant closed-loop system.
Completely. The chiton processes the really tough wood, and the worms just utilize the byproduct immediately.
It shows that even in the deepest, darkest trenches, life trends toward interdependence. Everything has a purpose, and nothing is wasted.
It's incredible. Which brings us to the final and perhaps most unique aspect of this whole discovery, which is the name itself.
Ferreraella populi.
Right, and populi means the people.
This is where the story shifts from biology to sociology. Usually, a species is named after a wealthy donor or the scientist who discovered it.
But this name actually came from a global online campaign sparked by the YouTuber Z Frank.
The true facts guy. I totally remember this. He featured the discovery and just asked the public to suggest names.
And they absolutely delivered. Over 8,000 suggestions were submitted by everyday people.
And the scientists actually chose populi to honor that collaboration.
It's such a great example of participatory taxonomy. It takes science out of the ivory tower It involves the public in documenting our planet's biodiversity.
It really does. And connecting this to the bigger picture, it just fills me with so much optimism. We are still finding creatures with magnetite teeth and armored backs in the deepest parts of the ocean.
Right, it completely proves that the deep sea is not some barren wasteland. It's a place of massive hidden complexity and incredible resilience.
Absolutely. It suggests that no matter the extreme environment, life has this beautiful inherent ability to adapt and flourish.
It makes you wonder if we're finding iron-tongued wood eaters right now. What other biological engineering marvels are just waiting down in the trenches, completely out of sight?
I honestly cannot wait to find out. Well, that is all the time we have for today's deep dive. If you enjoyed learning about our little iron-toothed friend, please subscribe to the show.
And hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.